Hey guys, it's Kyle from Backcountry Adventure Motorsports, and this is my 2-year review on the Giant Loop Around the World Panniers. I'm also going to show you how to get a week's worth of camping gear into these bags and still have room to spare. Alright, first let's talk about the bags. These bags combined capacity is 90 liters. That is a ton of room. Now, the bags are made of ballistic material, the ballistic webbing, the bomb-proof shell, just like all of the Giant Loop products are. It has a really heavy-duty webbing here as well as here. Now, what these are nice for is you can tuck in shoes or anything that or maps, anything like that that you want to have quick access to. It's okay with getting it wet. Now, this is a compression webbing here, so once you roll your bag down, you can use these straps to compress it down and get it nice and tight so you're not having all your gear bouncing around. It comes with 2 separate 5-liter pockets on each side. You have a waterproof 5-liter pocket on the rear and a drawstring quick access pocket on the front. I use this pocket for the 2-liter fuel bottles. They fit perfectly in there, and you still have a little bit of room to put the spout and everything else that goes with it. Suck them down, cinch it tight, and you can keep your fuel nice and low in the bag. On the rear, I'll put some of my camping essentials, and that way they stay nice and dry. Open the bag up. You have a Velcro and magnetic opening there, and again, I mean, I'm all the way down to my armpit. And you only need 3 rolls on this to make them to make them completely waterproof. So, I mean, you could put more gear than you ever would need to carry. Again, tucking in shoes, and you can adjust this. It's got the reflective stitching in there as well, just for a nice little safety addition. You can see that I have some patches on here. So when I was in Alaska, I was using the Touratech puck system to attach these to my racks, and I forgot to tighten one of them down, and this bag came off at 70 miles an hour and fell off, flipping all over the highway. And as you can see, it's completely functional. It didn't even tear holes in it. It just rashed the fabric. So just to make sure that it still stays, and you can see here, there's a little bit of rashing here still that I didn't cover up. Just to make sure that it was still waterproof, I just put a little bit of black silicone and some black heavy-duty tape over it just to ensure that it's waterproofing. But it's phenomenal how this bag at 70 miles an hour, full of camping gear, fell off and tumbled down the highway, and it's completely fine. If you would have had an aluminum pannier or something like that, it would have been, beat to hell. All right, so here's a little closer look at, again, the lack of damage that happened to this when it fell off the bike at 70 miles an hour. On the webbing, I mean, there's just a little bit of a rash right there. Again, on the roll top, just a little bit of rash. And you can see that all the straps are in perfect shape. None of them broke. And then I just put, like I said, silicone with some tape on the outside just to keep it from peeling off and keeping them more waterproof. But all in all, extremely tough, and happy with the way these handled on a 70 mile an hour tumble down the highway. So speaking of attachments, I no longer use the Touratech pucks. One, it was just kind of a pain to be able to get them on and off the bike. But now what I use is the Giant Loop quick release mounts, and these are amazing. They lock onto the bike, and with one finger, you just open it and you pull up, and they come right off. And this mount attaches to the bag, and it's lockable, so you can lock the bag to the rack. That way nobody will steal it. And it's, again, with just one hand, you can attach this to the bike. It's that simple, on and off. That has been one of the best things about these bags, besides their large capacity, is having the ability to take it on and off quickly, and to taking it to your campsite or taking it into the hotel, and having all your gear readily accessible with you. Now what's nice about these bags in this rack, the rack is made of aluminum and it's extremely light. You know, like some hard panniers, or even the OEM panniers for the Africa Twin, the pannier alone weighs almost 20 pounds. So then when you add it full of stuff, you're talking, you know, an extra 40 pounds just for the luggage. I can't remember the exact weight on this, but I want to say it's 5 or 6 pounds total for the bag and the aluminum rack. So with the bag, Giant Loop provides these 2 yellow waterproof dry pods that go inside the bag. Now what's nice about these is once you have your gear in there and you roll them up, and I'll show you this here in a minute, you can clip them and it makes almost a handle. That way if you don't want to take your whole bag off, you just want to take the stuff out, you can pull your gear out, take it into the tent, and you can leave the bag locked onto the bike, and you don't have to worry about taking those on and off every time, especially if you're riding in muddy or real dirty conditions. You know, you want to you don't want to bring the dirt and the mud into your sleeping area, so you can just pull the bag out, take it into your area, and then be done with it. Now I mentioned to you that I can put all of this stuff into these bags and still have room to spare. Now obviously I don't have my clothing here. I usually only bring about 3 changes of clothes for a week-long trip or so. That way I can just, you know, change them out, wash them if need be or whatever, just to kind of save some space. But I have my sleeping bag, my tent, my air mattresses, I have my air pump, my food, all the stuff that I bring with me, medical kit, my chair, extra just like matches and cooking equipment, everything that you would need for a week-long camping trip on a motorcycle will fit into these 2 bags that fit into the panniers on the motorcycle. Let's load them up and see how they fit in there. Alright, so I'm just going to do this one side like I was showing you, but you can see that the webbing is not even tight, and there's still plenty of room in there to add, you know, change the clothes to either side. And I'll show you what I was talking about with that bag being on the inside, how simple it is just to undo them, and then when you're ready to go in the hotel room, just pull it out, and you have your little carry handle to take it inside the hotel or to the tent or wherever you want to go to make sure to keep the mess out of your sleeping area. Have all the water stuff that I didn't want to have water get into, like my headlamp and air pump, all that stuff in here. Just really happy with the bags overall, and I'm really excited that they ended up putting a quick release system on them, because it makes it extremely easy to take the bags on and off. As I said, I've been really happy with these bags. The construction is amazing. For 2 years, and I've been on all the miles that I've done with these bags. I have no complaints whatsoever. You can fit at least a week's worth of stuff in there, and again, they're easy on and off. If you're wondering where you can get these bags, you can go to backcountryventuremotorsports.com or giantloop.com. Hope this answers any questions you may have had about the bags. Again, this is my 2-year review. Thanks for watching.